Morning, everyone. Thanks for taking some of your time out of your Tuesday to join Mark over at Financialize and myself. My name's Jake. I'm an annuity sales director here at IMES. Before we get started, I'm going to get us started just on a little bit more on who we are here at IMES and just a quick highlight of why our agents love working with our team. We're going to have a few polls throughout the webinar, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to put them into that webinar questions box, and we'll get those answered for you today. The first thing that I want to highlight today is our commitment to delivering best-in-class customer service for all of our agents. And one way that we do this is that you can always reach a live person during our business hours. And our phone number, it's 800-255-5055. So we're going to strive to answer your phone call with an IMES employee with 2 rings or less. So I'm going to start us off today with our new producer builders. And for those of you who are new to us here at IMES, these bonuses are available based on your production level and your first 180 days of contracting with us. So this first 6 months. As you can see on this screen, we have great levels that you can qualify at. And as you can see inside each level, there are some great options for you. We've got incredible business building tools, personal perks for you, and even cash rewards available. If you'd like to know where you stand towards your new producer builders, or if you'd like to have a conversation about how to achieve that next level, you can certainly give us a call and talk with your sales director. And we're very customizable when it comes to our new producer builders. So you're going to increase your marketing reimbursement within, again, those first 180 days of contracting with us. And so just for example, if you submit $1 million in your first 180 days, you can see that you can run 3 seminars completely for free. We will pay for those 3 seminars for you, but then with some of those extra dollars, you can even allocate those towards partnership, just like Financialize. So if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to give me a call on that. Another business builders program that we provide to our agents is our referred producer program. I see a couple advisors on with us today that have already taken advantage of this program. Our business on the wholesale side of the industry is similar to yours in the field in that one of the best leads we could ever obtain is a referral from one of our valued producers. This is why we want to make it worth your while to refer a producer to us. And when you do refer a producer to us and they get contracted, we're going to cut you a $50 thank you check. Where the real money comes in is as your referral writes business, you're going to receive an override on that business. Our ownership team, it consists of Charles, Steve, Curtis, and Chris. All 4 of them, they all sign checks for thousands of dollars every quarter. And with that being said, if you can think of anyone that could benefit from doing business with our team, don't hesitate to type their information into that questions box. And then below that, you'll see a little red box that says marketing reimbursement. So this is probably our most popular program that we offer. So for example, every 100 grand of FIA premium that you submit with us, you're going to get $100 in your marketing reimbursement account. Why this is so popular for our advisors is that we truly do consider this to be your money. You're going to have the flexibility on what services, when, and who you use these funds with. So it's your marketing reimbursement. We're not going to tell you what vendors you have to use. We are going to recommend vendors such as Financialize. So anyone that we partner with to leverage you those reduced rates and preferred service. We also have our creative team that can create a marketing strategy and provide in-house services. We'll go a little more in depth into our creative in a few slides. So if you'd like to know how much is in your marketing reimbursement account or have a conversation about how to utilize it, you can just give me a call or your sales director here at our office, and we'd love to speak with you about that. Our back office support team, this is another way that we add value to your business. This is the core of IMES and how Charles Hearing founded us years ago. It's actually 40 years this year, so we were founded in 1986. Our goal, we want to help the independent advisor work smarter and not harder. So we're going to do that with our great business building tools and resources. And then, of course, advanced case design assistance. So life and annuity quotes is an area that we assist with. We're going to get you those illustrations that you request within 24 hours. And generally, you're going to have those within the hour. So submission to commission support is handled by our new business teams. Mackenzie, she's the head of the annuity team. And Michelle, she's the head of the life side. So they both have fantastic teams who work every single day to help you get commission quicker. We're going to scrub your applications, submit them on your behalf, and do the administrative tracking and get you updates on those cases as needed. We do this to ensure that you get commissioned as quickly as possible. So this is a service that we provide to all of our valued producers, and how we help you grow your business by keeping you in front of clients while our team handles that back office support for you. Our website, also known as our IMS portal, is another great tool for all of our producers to use, and just another reason to work with us over here at IMS. So once you are contracted, you're going to have full access to everything that you see on this slide and so much more at imsinc.com. So if you haven't registered for the website, it's very simple to do so. When we're done with this call, you can go ahead, go to imsinc.com and create an account. We'd love to see you on there. So there's a lot of great resources that are available to you, including illustration tools, online forums, product grids, and news. Industry updates are out there for you as well. We also give you annuity rate watch completely for free. You'll find that on our IMS portal. So if you are wanting to explore some, maybe the highest MIGA rates, the highest point-to-point caps, or just any particular products, you can go out there. We do have annuity rate watch. And if you'd like to do a full portal walkthrough and find out all of the different sales resources, which we do have hundreds of sales resources on our IMS website, just give myself a call. I'd love to get a Zoom calendar on both of our calendars to go through our portal. Technology is where the industry is going, and Luma, it's our newest partnership to streamline the application process. So most of our carriers are now on the Luma Firelight eApp platform, so you can go to one site to submit all of your business. Some carriers are going to the eApp platform only for some of their product lines, and we'll also offer extra comp just for going through their eApp platform. So make sure you get with your sales director before you do submit a paper app if you can earn more by doing eApp. And Luma, just a little heads up, it's almost like your own CRM system that's not lead nurturing. So you'll be able to go back and track all of your pending cases, your past cases. If maybe you have some cases out there that you submitted 10 plus years ago that could be out of surrender that you don't even know about yet. So if you'd like to know more how to leverage Luma and go work with some of your previous clients, just give myself a call because there could be some immediate opportunities. We do have a full in-house creative team. We can help you help your practice, and a lot of the items are turnkey and available for you. Many of our sales resources are white labeled, so we can simply impose your contact information and your business logos onto it. And then speaking of logos, agency solutions is another area of expertise for our team. So if you haven't created a full customized brand for you and your agency, we can certainly help out with that. This is going to assist you with name recognition, which is going to grow your natural market organically. And then lastly, as you see on this slide, digital marketing solutions is another very popular topic here at IMS. We can help you with websites, social media marketing, email marketing, and much more. So the internet and social media sites are where the overwhelming majority of prospects go to for information. Just making sure that you're accessible and represented in those marketing lanes is very beneficial to growing your practice. You can reach out to myself or any other sales director when the webinar concludes to talk to them about how you can access our IMS creative team, and we can certainly get that ball rolling for you. I would say if you don't have a website or if you're not on any social media sites, you're probably missing out on business just about every time that you're meeting with new prospects. Again, the first thing that they're going to do is go online and vet you. Making sure that you're accessible in those lanes can certainly help you just be vetted and close more cases. We also offer a complimentary marketing analysis for any agents looking to explore new sales ideas and programs. Whether you're new to the industry or already a seasoned producer, this free assessment can help you boost your business with insights on your website, digital presence, branding, and current marketing activities, as well as recommendations on trusted vendors for everything from lead generation to seminars and social content. So if you'd like to schedule a marketing analysis, we'd love to sit down with you, learn your target market, who you're trying to get in front of, and then we'll put together a full customized plan just for your practice. So we're very, and we can even use your marketing dollars when it comes to that. And the assessment is completely free. Moving on, so we have founded our IMS Wealth several years ago, and what we've done is grow this division of IMS very organically. We've helped advisors become IARs and pass the Series 65 at a very successful clip. So once you have registered, IMS Wealth is going to bring great value to your practice with an incredibly competitive fee structure for both you and your clientele. We have great technology and a great investment platform, so this has been a major growth sector of our business. In AUM, it could be a major growth sector for your business as well. And yeah, no, also, if you are looking to get your 65 or just securities licensed, reach out to our team. We'll get you in touch with our wealth team as they will help you become licensed. Moving on, we do have a lot of incentive trips here at IMS. We have about 4 going on right now. I brought one into this slideshow today. The qualification period is almost up at the end of this month, so that's why I wanted to just make sure everyone's aware. If you are a SILAC producer, if you like to carry your SILAC, this is a great trip to qualify at. Only $2 million is going to punch you and a guest a ticket here to Park City, Utah. So if you would like more information or know where you currently stand, just give myself a call. And yeah, no, with that being said, we do have 4 other trips going on. So if you'd like to know where you stand on any of these trips, just give myself a call and I'd love to speak with you about that. Our life and annuity academies. So these are 3-day events that we hold about 4 times a year. We do have one here April 8th through the 10th. So it's going to be starting tomorrow through Friday. And then our next one is going to be May 13th to the 15th. The registration is still open for the May Academy. And with that being said, I am going to launch this poll today and then speak a little bit more about what to expect. All right, and would you like more information on our IMS Academy? If you would, click yes. If you haven't been to one, I strongly suggest that you should come out to one. You're going to hear from lots of top producers in the industry going over their sales skills, how they became so successful. We also bring in multiple carriers. So the one in May, it's going to be with Equitrust and North American. So it's going to be a great event overall. You connect with all your peers, and you can really dive deep into how we can help you scale and grow your practice from an IMO standpoint. And yeah, no, thanks everyone for your participation. If you would like to register for this upcoming academy, I'll send you over more information. Just reach out to myself, and we'd love to fly you in. Lastly, we do have Facebook and LinkedIn, so don't hesitate to follow us on either of these social media sites. We post constantly, every single day. And with that being said, I'm going to pass the floor on over to Mark. He has a lot of great things to stay with new leads into your pipeline. And we have a long continued relationship. We love working with Financialize. They're very flexible and has lots of different marketing avenues that you can take depending on how big your budget is.
All right. Well, thanks, Jake. Can you hear me?
And you should have.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. And can you guys see the slideshow? Is that coming through?
Yep, that looks great.
Right, fantastic. Well, hi, everybody. My name is Mark Heberling. Thanks for the intro, Jake. And I'm the primary point of contact here at Financialize and the advisor liaison. So when you call in, you'll probably end up speaking with me. Today, I'm just going to go ahead and talk a little bit about how we work, how we as a company got here, but most importantly, how we can help you, the advisor, going forward. And so far as having more conversations at the end of the day, that's really what this business is all about. I'll talk a little bit about our policies and procedures that produce what a lot of the agents that we work with tell us are the best leads in the business. I'm going to share some stories and some insights and case studies. Before I get going, I'll make mention of the fact that I myself was in production for nearly a decade, so I know the challenges of the business. I know it's a hard business, and I really enjoy working with agents, trying to help them get to whatever next level it may be, whether you're somebody who's new to the business, maybe you've been at it for 20 years and you've plateaued, maybe you've hit a rough spot and you're just trying to get back on track. We've been able to help out in all those situations and more. One story I like to tell is Mike and one of our agents down in the Tampa area, because he came on board with us. Gosh, I think it was 3 months before COVID hit, so late 2019, I think. And all he could afford as a new agent were the $5 and $10 leads. He started working those and worked them hard, and he finally, after about 3 months, he got himself a big one and turned it into a $32,000 commission check. And wisely, he parlayed that immediately into buying our top of the line leads. He did so well with those that he started buying my competitors' top of the line leads. And he did well enough with that to start doing seminars. And today he's still in production 6 years later, running north of $20 million a year in annuity premium. So it can be done. I'm going to go ahead and jump on to some slides here. And, the first thing I mentioned here is that we've been at this for 20 years. This is a pretty rough business, a lot of coming and going of companies, and we've survived. Our longevity is, in a pretty challenging cutthroat business with a long checkered history. As I'm sure many of you know, there's a lot of over-promising. And I've also seen a lot of legitimate companies enter into the business, but sometimes they'll only stick around for a couple of years, and then maybe something changes. It could be some legislation or something of this nature. But as I like to say, for what we do, everything is sustainable and repeatable. As I say, as long as people are walking the earth and the internet works, we're going to be generating leads because that's how we do it. We do it online. And so, yeah, we've had plenty of time to figure out the process and get it right. We have a very good fan base, a lot of loyal customers, and I get a lot of referral business. And I think that speaks quite a bit as to what we're able to do. And it also makes us a really good long-term marketing partner. I was just talking with one of our agents down in South Carolina who's been with us probably 6-7 years. And as we were talking, my question was, for every dollar in with Financialize, how many are you getting out? He said at worst 3, but usually better than that. And he said, what I really like is the steadiness, the predictability. And for that reason, you're always going to be a bedrock lead vendor that I work with. So I just want to hit on some common questions that we get just to knock these out. They're probably floating around in your head. One lead to one agent is how we've always done it here. We've never sold a lead to multiple agents. Now, the leads cost a bit more because of that, but does anyone want to really be chasing after a lead that 4 other agents maybe are calling into? So we've passed on that long ago. As far as territory management, this territory is really by county. We don't do zip codes or radiuses. We actually have a very cool mapping system in your account. It'll show you a map of the US. You just click on the state of interest. We then show you that state by county. And you just go in with your cursor and click on the counties that you either want to add or remove. It's that easy. You can do that at any time. Notifications with us for new leads and new available leads will be by text and email. We do have an app. Unfortunately, right now it is not working on the Android phone, but if you're on an iPhone, you're in luck, and you can download that. We are going to be coming out with newly written apps, so it'll work for everything. But I'm just saying that text and email is the primary way that we correspond with all of our agents. Everything we do is digitally produced. We do not do TV, radio, or print media ad campaigns. It's all digital online campaigns that we do. Once the data is in your account, it's going to be very easy for you to manage it. You can load it into easily a CSV file that you can then upload into whatever software you want to use. I will let you know that we are currently setting up integrations right now with Go High Levels, the primary one, but eventually it'll be with Redtail and Wealthbox and some of the others. So at that point, the lead would port directly into that software as well. So that's coming. And then lastly, we have a complete lead and billing history. It'll be there for for tax purposes as you're coming into year end or any marketing reimbursement. That'll be immediately available in your account. You don't need to call us to get it. You can just, again, export that data into a CSV file and pass it on. As far as the leads go, you're probably asking, well, how does it start? Where are they generated? It really starts here with the ad that you see on the right side of this page with the couple on the beach. A couple items to point out to you here. If you notice in the upper left-hand corner above the couple, you'll see it says a reference to annuities.net. So it's important to know that we present ourselves to the prospect as annuities.net. When we call them, we're introducing ourselves as annuities.net, and we own that domain. If you went to annuities.net in the past, it was more of a placeholder. Now it's much more interactive. If you go there, you'll see more user-friendly tools and things that can help. We're actually generating some organic leads from that site now. And then on the right side, you'll notice the data that we're capturing. So they got to give us name, email address, phone number, age, zip code, and the dollar amount saved for retirement. When they click that investment amount, what they see is a drop-down menu with brackets of $0 to $10,000, 10 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 100, 1 to 250, and eventually it gets to over 3 million. And by the way, nothing says they have to be, forthright about what they put in there. I can tell you, if I was to fill that out, I would probably mark 0 to 10,000, and depending on the conversation that I have with you, I might let you know that I'm actually sitting on, 200,000 or something of that size. And yeah, we get over 15 to 20,000 new prospects every month coming through filling this ad page out. Now, once they hit submit, that data comes through to our call center, and this is really, another area of our value add. Immediately gets to the call center, and we're going to start dialing that individual. We were calling them at least a dozen times, usually more like 12 to, I've seen as many as 20 times. We're going to leave a couple of messages. It's surprising to me how many of these folks actually call us back. I think that's also a reflection of how much screening is being done today. But that's our outbound effort in trying to get these folks to pick the phone up. If they never pick the phone up, is that still a lead? Because they did give us the basic information. The answer is yes. I'll touch on this in a moment. But of course, that's a lead that's not going to sell for very much. Now, once they're contacted, we enter into about a 2 to 5 minute vetting call. We're going to confirm everything they had provided to us. We're also going to ask about placement of the assets. What type of account would that be in? And liquidity issues as well on that. And then after that, we now know, based on the responses we got, what type of a lead that's going to be. So I'm going to now show you a screen with the 4 types of leads that we actually produce. Remember that we have leads ranging from as little as $5 to as high as $500. And from left to right, I'm just going to run through these, starting with our very best top of the line priority lead. So you see there that the pricing on that is $375 and $500. You might be saying, well, what's the $375? The $375 lead is where their assets are between $50,000 and $99,000. If they have $100,000 or more, the price will be a flat $500. And these leads, when we generate them, keep in mind that if 100 people were to fill out that digital ad page I just showed you with the couple on the beach, I might get 3 or 4 priority leads. They're hard to get. And the agents who are in the priority program, you don't have to be to work with us, by the way, but for those agents who do want to be in that program, when we generate that lead, if our software says it's your turn to get it, we assign it to you and we charge your card immediately. And we send you the information on that lead. You might also be asking, well, what defines a priority lead? If you just look at the 3 bullet points, $50,000 in investable assets. We used to have 25 to 50,000. We've now removed that as of a few months ago. Age bracket of 45 to 79 years of age, and they're willing to speak with an advisor. So this doesn't seem like a very high bar, but you'd be surprised. Like I said, only 3 to 4% of what comes through will turn into that. Okay, let's move on to the next, the hot leads, priced from 200 to 485. Now these are optional. You don't have to, these are not assigned to you. We send these out as an email and a text on a first come, first served basis. So what this is a race to the buy it now button. We do include the notes, so you can have, a pretty good idea as to what happened. But if you're the first one to click the buy it now button, then that lead will be yours. Keep in mind that we will send that hot lead out to everybody in the state from where it originated. So if it's a lead from Tallahassee, way up in the North Panhandle of Florida, and you're down in Miami-Dade, even if that's not a part of your territory, we're still going to send it to you because you have counties in the state of Florida. And by the way, I'd say hot leads represent maybe 5 to 6% of what we generate. So if you think about it, between the priority and the hot leads, roughly 10% will turn into these types of leads. I refer to these as our upper echelon leads. What I mean by that is that these are leads of an age and asset amount that should be attractive for you, and they will have been spoken to. But just to finish up on the hot leads, the prospect wants an email first. If during the vetting call they indicate that they want an email first, that would be a reason it would go out as a hot lead. Or if they are outside the age range, let's say that they're 82 years old and they've got 300,000 in cash. Well, that might be, a MIGA might be your only option there at 1%. So we're going to send that out, and you can decide if that's something you would like to do. Some agents love those, and others don't want anything to do with them. Or if the person's 43 with 300,000 in cash, that could be an IUL. But again, that depends on the agent and if they want to go with that. It could also be a priority lead that we had nobody to give it to. Well, as a safety valve for us is the hot lead outlet. So we would send it out, and more often than not, it's purchased that way. The third type of lead is the auction lead, priced from $19 to $249. Again, these are optional. If they have, this has a material blemish. It's going to be somebody under the age of 45, or they have less, maybe they have $9,000 to their name. At least that's what they tell us. Maybe we never talked to them, or they're unwilling to confirm the asset amount. These are going to go out as auction leads. And literally, if you're familiar with eBay, it's a little like that. We actually have a 24-hour auction with bidding. It'll have an opening bid amount. There will be a window where you can type in your maximum bid amount. If it's a $19 opening bid and you put in, say, $69, and somebody were to come start bidding against you at hour number 12, we go in increments of 5. So they would bid 24. We'd hit them back with 29 on your behalf. They go to 34. We go to 39. The bidding stops there. You get that lead at 39. So that's the process for that. And then the final type of lead we have are the marketplace leads, kind of the boneyard. You'll see these as little as $5. We had somebody who went in recently and scooped up all the $5 and $8 leads. So right now everything seems to be around the $10 to $12 mark. We don't say no to that. And we do have many of these in there. I was just looking through Florida and some other areas, and I saw anywhere from 500 to maybe 1,000 leads available. And you can choose multiple states. You can actually do that on the fly, real time, and go in and see how many are available and which ones you might be interested in. Keep in mind that a lot of these marketplace leads are going to be ones that we never spoke with. And how will you know that? You'll know that because you'll see the notes that say we never spoke with this person, but we have confirmed a working phone number. That's your indicator. Okay, they never got a hold of them. So now what are the odds I'm going to get a hold of them? So that's why you realize these are low-priced leads. Nonetheless, I got people who love to buy those, and they buy them in bulk. They'll buy 50 or 100 at a time. And this is feedback from them. What they let me know is that very often it's not unusual for them to get a hold of maybe 1 out of 3, somewhere around 30, 35%, assuming a good faith, sustained effort over maybe 4 to 6 to 8 weeks of emails and texting and leaving messages. Okay, no tying up of your capital. So with us, we're super easy to work with. There's no cost to join, no cost to leave, no time commitment. You could literally open your account today and go back in and close it tomorrow. Full control by you. You don't have to call us to do it. And there is no advanced charges. We do ask for a card on file when you create the account, so just be aware, don't be surprised when we, ask for that. I cannot chase, 1,500 people around for payments, so that's really the reason for that. I should mention as well, we now have ACH capability. If you, as far as the IMOs, we now have the ability to invoice them as well if you're using Marketing Dollar. Okay, so no tying up of your capital, but also no tying up of your time. So this process of working with us is so easy because you can be working on your workshops, your seminars, your network marketing, whatever other marketing method you may be using. We're just an oh, by the way. I mean, until we send you a text or email notification, you really don't have to be worrying about us. So yeah, no time consuming setup. Just view the leads as they come through. And then, after you do that, you're off onto the rest of your day doing whatever else you've got working. A lot of people ask about, what can I expect if I buy leads from you? I just try to use a simple example here. If you were to buy 10 of my very best $500 leads, we're talking about $5,000, right? Well, as I say right here, expect 3 swings and misses. It's just the way it works. I can promise you that when we spoke with them, that was not the case. But either you'll never get a hold of them, or when you do, these are folks who've changed their mind. They're allowed to do that. This is why we recommend getting on the phone as quickly as possible. Speed to lead is a thing. I don't know if it's necessarily the deciding factor, but it sure does help. So when we get you a lead, I just tell agents, if you've got an extra minute right then and there, jump on the phone and make that call. So yeah, expect 3 swings and misses, but also 3 very solid conversations you'll have where you hang the phone up knowing you got a good chance with maybe 1 or 2 of them. And then the 4 in the middle, these are folks where they don't trust you or the timing isn't right. So how good are you at slow playing and finessing a lead? How do you know not to scare them off? On the flip side, how do you know to stay in enough constant communication that they don't forget about you? Assuming you strike the right balance and you know how to earn your stripes on this, I'm going to suggest that when the timing is right for these 4 in the middle, they'll at least hear you out 2 or 3 of the 4 times. So really what I'm saying is out of 10, you're going to be in play for 5 to 6 of these. And from that, you're closing 1 to 2. I will let you know that our universal close rate in my 10 years here is roughly around 15%. And that number actually works. People stay with us even at 15%, even at 10%. Kind of jump into it. In fact, this is a real life example of Manny in North Carolina. Manny, his close rate is 1 out of 8. I talked to him just probably 5-6 months ago. I hadn't talked to him in quite some time. He's been with us longer than I've been here. And that's what he said, 1 out of 8. Well, that's 12.5%. And as he said to me, he said, well, that's not really telling the whole story. He said, my budget is for 6 leads a month from you. So that's, and usually I get filled out on that. And that would be $3,000 of monthly spend. Over the course of a year, I'm going to buy 72 leads from you. And I just told you I close 1 out of 8. Well, 8 goes into 72 9 times. So I generally am going to write 9 contracts. And from that, he said, I just don't know which one's going to be a single or a double or a home run. And he said, I know I'll get at least 1 home run, maybe 2 out of the 9. He said, I just got a triple last month. And I said, how much was that? He said, $460,000. And as we hung up the phone, I said to him, just lately in the last year, what would you say your average dollar amount has been on the business you've closed? So he thought about it for a moment. He said, you know what? It's been a little higher than usual. I don't think you guys will stay at it, but it's been probably about 300,000. Well, if you multiply that times 9, you get 2.7 million. If you look at the bottom there, I mentioned that that's about 170,000 in commissions for his $36,000 of spend. Just to spare you the math, that's about a 4.5x ROI. That is a number that I hear consistently. I'd say somewhere between 4 and 7 is very common. We have Roy, an agent who's been with us for years, spends lots and lots of money every month. He just came back to us, letting us know after a search over the last 6 years that was the number he came up with, was $6 for every dollar invested with us. Okay. Here are some other agent quotes. I'm assuming that Jake's going to go ahead and send the slides out. I'll let you guys read those as it comes once you get those. But I did want to talk about Belinda, just one of our agents out of North Carolina. I loved her quote. She said, I don't know my close rate or ROI. What I do know is your leads work to the point that I spent $40,000 a year to date. This was a conversation I had with her, I think in August of last year. And then she said, I just bought 2 auction leads last week. And I remember the price of those were $200 each. They were, $200 for the auction leads. And within 48 to 72 hours, she'd written one for $700,000 as a MIGA and the other for $300,000 as an FIA. And then I mentioned her keys to the program: staying in the game and spending the money. Don't overthink it. Trust that the system works. Allow the numbers to work. Have a war chest to fund the purchases of these. and know her products very, very well. She says that's a key thing for her, is explain it well and appear very knowledgeable. I just threw in the last bullet point because I thought it was interesting. She said, be nice. And I remember I said, well, isn't that a given? And she said, no, it's not a given at all. She said, you'd be surprised how much business I got because somebody else was not nice. So with that, I'll just, in summary, again, we're getting 15 to 20,000 people a month who are completing that ad page that I showed you. We have a very established vetting process that we go through with our team of call center folks. We have leads from $5 to $500 that can fit your budget. You can choose which of those categories you're interested in participating in. If you're new to the business, you're going to want to start small, obviously, and cut your teeth as you get going. It's one lead to one agent, protected territory, easy to use the agent platform with 3 notification options. Our platform is really second to none as far as the user interface. I always like to call agents, thank them for joining us, and offer to do an onboarding. A lot of today's agents, they don't even need the onboarding; they've already figured it out. And again, a steady, reliable partner where you don't have to tie your capital up. And lastly, where do you want to go to join us? Just go to financialize.com. When you get to our website, on the far right, you'll see a button that says Get Started. Just click that. It'll take you to the sign-up wizard. Again, I will remind you that you do need a credit card to complete this. We do 2-factor authentication now, so just be ready because we are going to email you and text you 8-digit numbers that you're going to have to type in. And then it's just a matter of choosing which program you want. Do you want to do the priority, or do you want to do the auction, or do you want to do both? I'll mention to you that the hot leads and the marketplace leads, those are not programs per se. You're going to see those just by virtue of working with us in either the priority or the auction program. And if anybody wants to have a conversation, I'm certainly available. And here's my contact information. There's my cell number and my email address. Happy to talk to you one-on-one. And with that, Jake, I guess I'll turn it back over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. That's always great information. And I'm very glad that we are able to continue on this in this partnership. So with that being said, I'm going to launch a poll, and this is, would you like more information or to sign up with Financialize? I'd be more than happy to walk you through or get you on over to Mark to help you get signed up with Financialize. I personally have a lot of agents that's running Financialize in their practice, closing a lot of leads. I will have this webinar posted on YouTube, so everyone who attended today, I'll get the more information on over to you, the slides, and then if you'd like to go and rewatch it as well, it's always on our YouTube page. But yeah, no, thanks again, everyone, for joining. I don't see any questions in the questions box, so if anything comes up, just give myself a call, and we'd love to speak with you about marketing. Thanks, everyone, for attending, and I'll get you on with your Tuesday.
Thank you.